All right, y'all. We give praise, esteem, and honor to Abba and Shamayim in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach this day. We're going to pick us up in John chapter 5, verse 39. Search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me. And you will not come to me that you might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that you have not the love of Elohim in you. I come in my Abba's name, and you receive not. And if another shall come in his own name, him you will receive. How can you believe which receive honor one from another, and not the honor that comes from Elohim only? Do not think that I will accuse you to Abba. There's one that accused you, even Moses, in whom you trust. Had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his writings, how should you believe my words? All esteem and praise to Abba and Shamayim in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach this day. Yahuwah Baruch, Quran, man. Shalom, Mother Shalom, Shalom, Marcus, Omar, and Marvin, man. Shalom, Mika, and Jay. Come on, Sylvia. Hebrews 10 and 1, man.
Therefore, the law, having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never with those sacrifices which they offered year by year continually, make the comers thereunto perfect. But then they would not have ceased to be offered, because that the worshippers once purged should have had no more conscience of sins. But in those sacrifices, there's remembrance again made of sins every year. For it is not possible that the blood of bulls and of goats should take away sin. Wherefore, when he come into the world, he saith, sacrifice and offering you would not, but a body have you prepared me. And burnt offerings and sacrifices for sin you have had no pleasure. Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me to do your will, O Elohim. Above, when he said, sacrifice and offerings and burnt offerings and offerings for sin you would not, neither have pleasure therein, which are offered by the law. Then said he, lo, I come to do your will, O Elohim, to take away the first, that he may establish the second, by the which will we are sanctified through the offering of the body of Yahushua HaMashiach once for all.
Very well then. Second Kings chapter 2, man. Second Kings 2 and 1. Let's scratch another one off the list. Second Kings chapter 2 and verse 1.
And it came to pass when Yahuwah would take up Elijah and the Shamaim by a whirlwind, that Elijah went with Elisha from Gilgal. And Elijah said unto Elisha, tarry here, I pray you.
Now pause. Who know what Gilgal mean, man? Y'all remember what? Anybody know what that mean? What's that referencing? They don't know what that's referencing. You know what that's referencing? I don't know, is it?
What's she say now?
Is that a place? I said, I don't know, is it?
Okay, I remember the name. I think it was a place. But I don't remember.
What happened in that place?
You said circumcision. I'm assuming that's where they got circumcision.
Shalom, Brother Robert. Yahushua son of Nun, chapter 5 and verse 1. They're leaving from Gilgal, and they about to go to. Well, don't worry about it. I'll tell you in a moment. Go ahead.
Chapter 5, verse 1.
Yep.
It's saying it came to pass when all the kings of the Amorites, which were on the side of Jordan westward, and all the kings of the Canaanites, which are by the sea, heard that Yahuwah had dried up the waters of Jordan from before the children of Yasharal, until we were passed over, that their heart melted. Neither was the Ruach in them anymore, because of the children of Yasharal. At that time, Yahuwah said unto Yahushua, make you sharp knives and circumcise again the children of circumcise again the children of Yasharal the second time.
Now, I ain't go there because I just mentioned what they've been talking about all day. They've been talking about niggas getting circumcised all day. You know what I'm saying? And that's because I think I told you about this. A dude made a video on St. Paul is teaching idolatry based off of what's in 1 Corinthians 8. We discussed that the last time, but that was of high level importance to everybody. And I think the main reason why it's a problem for most Israelites is because they say that those Gentiles are Israelites. So it's going to make the point that Paul make it in 1 Corinthians 8 very difficult for them to accept. So do me a favor, Sylvia. Go to 1 Corinthians 8, man. 8 and 8. After that, Galatians 5 and 1. To make it simple, man. Because a lot of people think, Shalom, Sister Gina, Paul taught against circumcision. That's not what he was doing. But I can understand why they would assume that. But nevertheless. Go ahead.
But meat commend us not to Elohim, for neither if we eat are we the better. Neither
okay, make it word folks, man.
As concerning, therefore, the eating of those things that are offered and sacrificed unto idols, we know that an idol is nothing in the world, and that there is none other Elohim but one. For though there be that are called gods, whether in Shamahim or in Eretz, as there be gods many and lords many, But to us, there's but one Elohim.
That's right.
The Abba of whom all things, and we in him, and one Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach, by whom are all things, and we by him.
That's right.
Howbeit there is not in every man that knowledge. For some with conscience of the idol unto this hour eat it as a thing offered unto an idol, and their conscience being weak is defiled. But
now listen, right? He said they eat this thing as if they're eating unto an idol. So their conscience is defiled because of what? Go to Mark chapter 7 and verse 17.
And when he was entered into the house from the people, his disciples asked him concerning the parable. And he said unto them, Are you so without understanding also? Do you not perceive that whatsoever thing from without enter into the man, it cannot defile him? Because it enter not into his heart, but into the belly, and galled into the drought, purging all meats. And he said, That which come out of the man, that defile the man.
What come out the man?
For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders, deaths, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness. All these evil things come from within and defile the man.
Now go back to 1 Corinthians 8 and what verse you're in and read it again.
Verse 7.
1 Corinthians 8 and 7.
Say, howbeit there is not in every man that knowledge, for some with conscience.
So there's not in every man that what?
That knowledge.
So every man don't know that Yahuwah is the true and living Elohim and the only God. Matter of fact, let's do this here. Isaiah 42 and 8.
I am Yahuwah, that is my name, and my esteem will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images.
Neither my what?
My praise to graven images.
So it's only one God. And that's it. And he's saying there's some that don't have this knowledge. Therefore, their mind is defiled because they're eating as if this thing has been offered unto an idol. So therefore, in reality, they are worshiping said idol. See, pause. Go to 1 Corinthians chapter 10. Pick it up at verse 5. Go ahead.
But with many of them Elohim was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness. Now these things were our examples to the intent we should not lust after evil things, as they also lusted.
Indeed.
Neither be you idolaters, as were some of
Neither
them.
be the what?
Idolaters.
Neither be you what?
Idolaters.
Now, where did they do that at? Because he talking about it in the wilderness. Well, you know where they did that at. They did it with the golden calf. They did it where they was fooling with them Moabite women when Phineas had to come through and hit everybody with the javelin in Numbers 25. Read that for him in Numbers 25 explicitly, 25 and 1. Now, we're doing this here because eventually when we get to Joshua, it's going to take you back to a second circumcision, which, of course, you know, Yahushua came to do a second circumcision. Now, it's only relevant. I wasn't intending on doing that, but I didn't realize, it didn't come to my mind that Gilgal was mentioned in the first verse of this here, because y'all should know what's going on in 2 Kings chapter 2 with Elijah and Elisha. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what's going on in that chapter. And if you don't know, you will know. But you know what I'm saying? But clearly, hey, it was the Lord's will, obviously, because it swung in that direction. It's like a lot of people were going through it. Like we were talking with Jacob, man, because we was in a room talking about circumcision, and dudes were talking about certain things. And my man's asked him, because this is one of the biggest mistakes that people make. People think, yeah, but I mean, that ain't nothing to trip on. You know what I'm saying? Dang, what I was going to say. Most people think that Hebrews or the Israelites were the only people who did circumcision. Israelites were not, and I'm not even say Israelite because it was given to Abraham. That's not the only people group that had circumcision. The Egyptians did circumcision. Multiple people in that region did circumcision at that time. It's not something that is mutually exclusive to Israelites. You understand what I'm saying? It's a sign of a covenant per Genesis 17. We're not going to go read that. You can read that on your own time. With that being said, my man's asked the dude Jacob, like, hey, how do you regard the Egyptians doing circumcision? And this is when I made this point to him. I was circumcised, but I wasn't circumcised because my people was in the word. I wasn't circumcised because my mama was concerned with the covenant of Abraham, or my daddy was concerned with the covenant of Abraham, or anything of the sort. You know what I'm saying? They did it because that's genuinely just what was done. My cousin's son wasn't circumcised. And the only reason he got circumcised later on is because he had infections because of not cleaning himself properly. You know what I'm talking about? Because, you got that extra skin. You know what I'm saying? I guess I've never seen it. You ever seen an uncircumcised penis? You look like you've had an experience. That's how you were looking like. Yeah, it's disgusting. Shoot, I don't know. You might have had a sibling or a cousin.
No.
Yeah, I'm talking. I don't even count that. I'm talking about you. Don't, like I said, shoot, my cousin's son was 13. He didn't get circumcised till he was 13. No, nigga, I'm talking about nigga children. You got to see no grown adult. See, you're a freak. You're a common freak. You a common freak too. I ain't never seen an uncircumcised penis either because I didn't look at that boy penis when he was born. No, I'm serious. Like I ain't do all that examination. That boy was clothed. By the time I seen him, they wrapped him up good. No, but the key point is it's supposed to be done on the 8th day. Most people are not circumcised on the 8th day unless you in a Jewish community or you dead serious about that. You know what I'm saying? That usually doesn't happen. Most people they usually circumcise that little boy immediately. In these days and times, people think it's a barbaric practice. They call it genital mutilation. You know what I'm saying? They circumcise little girls in Africa. You knew about that? You know they circumcise girls in Africa? Yeah, they cut the clit off. I mean, it's a that's what it's called. I mean, there's no other name for it. They cut off the clitoris because they say they don't want the young woman to have pleasure from intercourse.
It's reproduction only.
Reproduction only. No pleasure.
And they open the lips when they get married. Yeah.
What you saying? Man, them little kids ain't gonna go to school and be like labia.
That's why they coming over here.
It does.
Like they have their periods or go to the bathroom.
They have a lot of infections. Yeah.
I bet they do. Them niggas already don't bathe. They eating cow piss. Man, you know what's going on over there.
You got rich Africans too.
Well, them niggas who doing circumcision to women ain't got no money. Because the ones who got money, they ain't doing that. Yeah, I did my research on that years ago. It ain't no Africans with some bread doing no female circumcision. That's them niggas out there on the range. Straight them down. That's wild, too. You know what I'm saying? They say, I know what I'm going to do. Let me circumcise my daughter. That's wild. They might be the only people on the planet who do that, too. Because I don't think nobody else do that. Go ahead.
Saying Yasharal abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab.
Oh!
And they called the people unto the sacrifices of their gods.
Oh!
And the people did eat and bowed down to their
Hold on.
gods.
They did what?
They did eat.
Hold on. And they did what?
Bowed down to their gods.
And did what?
Did eat.
So they ate food sacrificed to idols and they knew it. Go ahead.
Yasharal joined himself on the Bel Peor, and the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Yasharal.
Now that's good. Now come back to Corinthians, man. Them niggas ain't covered. Go ahead. 1 Corinthians 10 and what?
Verse 7.
Go ahead.
Neither be you idolaters, as were some of them, as it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play. Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day 320,000. Neither let us tempt Hamashiach, as some of them also tempted and were destroyed of serpents. Neither murmur you, as some of them also murmured and were destroyed of the destroyer. Now all these things happen unto them for examples, and they are written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world are come. Wherefore let him that think he stand take heed lest he fall.
Lest he fall.
There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But Elohim is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape.
Go ahead.
That you may be able to bear it.
Go ahead.
Wherefore, my dearly beloved, flee from idolatry.
Go ahead.
I speak as to wise men, judge you what I say. The cup of blessing which we baruch, is it not the communion of the blood of Amashiach?
Now he just said to flee from idolatry. Listen what he said.
The bread which we break, is it not the communion of the body of Amashiach? For we being many are one bread and one body, for we are all partakers of that one bread. Behold, the Asherah after the flesh are not they which eat of the sacrifices partakers of the altar? What say I then, that the idol is anything, or that which is offered in sacrifice to idols is anything?
He letting you know it's still nothing. Go ahead.
But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils.
That's what you seen in Numbers 25.
And not to Elohim. And I would not that you should have fellowship with devils.
The same thing that happened in Numbers 25.
You cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. You cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. Do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we stronger than he? All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. Let no man seek his own, but every man another's wealth.
That's good, right? Because people think this is a contradiction. So come back in 1 Corinthians 8, and what verse he was in where he said the man who doeth his conscience is defiled. Because we had to establish what makes his conscience defiled. He lacked faith. That's why his conscience defiled. He don't know that Yahuwah is the living God. So his mind's already defiled. It's not the meat that he was eating that would defile him. He was defiled before he sat down and ate it.
Verse 7.
1 Corinthians 8 and 7.
Howbeit there is not in every man that knowledge, for some with conscience of the idol unto this hour eat it as a thing offered unto an idol, and the conscience being weak is defiled.
Go ahead.
But meat commend us not to Elohim, for neither if we eat are we the better, neither if we eat not are we the worse.
Tell him what commend mean, man.
That's peristemi, that is the place beside or near, to set at hand.
So eating food, eating animal flesh, eating meat ain't gonna get you near to God. It ain't gonna take you farther from God. Don't make no difference. Go ahead.
So, but take heed lest by any means this liberty of yours become a stumbling block to them that are weak. For if any man see you which have knowledge sit at meat in an idol's temple, shall not the conscience of him which is
this is where the dudes get twisted, right? Because if he's not writing to actual people who are not Israelites, they're gonna have a problem. But even if it was Israelite, if you believe, what are you doing sitting in an idolatrous temple eating with them people, and somebody who ain't that strong in the word see you? Guess what they think they can do? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, man. Read it again.
It say, for if any man see you which have knowledge sit at meat in the idol's temple, shall not the conscience of him which is weak be emboldened to eat those things which are offered to idols? And through your knowledge shall the weak brother perish, for whom Hamashiach died? But when you sin so against the brethren and wound their weak conscience, you sin against Hamashiach.
And see, that go back to what we were talking about last night. What you did to these, at least of these, my brethren, you did it unto me.
Say, wherefore, if meat make my brother to offend,
then I ain't gonna eat it.
I
then
will eat no flesh while the world stands, lest I make my brother to offend.
So he's saying like this here, and he's trying to make a contrast. Okay, you know it's nothing, but then you gonna see somebody who fresh in the word, and you gonna sit your square head behind the head and eat this food, man. Now you gonna cause him to sin. So, see, some people think he's telling them that they can eat it, especially when you get to the verse when he say, ask no questions for conscience sake. But go ahead.
That was the last verse.
All right, come on back to Joshua chapter 5, man. 5 and 1 again.
And it came to pass when all the kings of the Amorites, which were on the side of Jordan westward, and all the kings of the Canaanites, which were by the sea, heard that Yahuwah had dried up the waters of Jordan from before the children of Yasharal until we were passed over, that their heart melted. Neither was there spirit in them anymore because of the children of Yasharal. At that time, Yahuwah said unto Yahushua, make you sharp knives, and circumcise again the children of Yasharal the second time. Yahushua made them sharp knives and circumcised the children of Yasharal at the hill of the foreskins. And this is the cause why Yahushua did circumcise. All the people that came out of Egypt that were males, even all the men of war, died in the wilderness by the way after they came out of Egypt. Now all the people that came out were circumcised, but all the people that were born in the wilderness by the way, as they came forth out of Egypt, them they had not circumcised. For the children of Yasharal walked 40 years in the wilderness, till all the people that were men of war which came out of Egypt were consumed, because they obeyed not the voice of Yahuwah, unto whom Yahuwah sware that he would not show them the land which Yahuwah sware unto their fathers that he would give us, a land that flowed with milk and honey. And their children whom he raised up in their stead, them Yahushua circumcised, but they were uncircumcised because they had not circumcised them by the way.
Oh, now number one, this is circumcision that clearly Yahuwah accepted. Why? because these people didn't get rejected. They weren't circumcised on the 8th day. You know what I'm talking about? But let's take a look at this. Colossians 2:8, man, and then Galatians 5:1. Because of course this Yahoo, well, the place. Hold on, we didn't read. Oh, my bad. I didn't read what I needed to read, man. Did you read what Gilgal was mentioned in Joshua chapter 5? Because we have to read that first.
I didn't get there.
Go ahead. What verse you in? My bad.
This is verse 9, but we in verse 8.
Yahushua son of Nun, chapter 5, verse 8.
Saying it came to pass when they had done circumcising all the people that they abode in their places in the camp till they were whole. And Yahuwah said unto Yahushua, this day have I rolled away the reproach of Egypt from off you.
Oh, he rolled away the what?
The reproach of Egypt.
Rolled away the
you.
who?
The reproach of Egypt.
Peace, Joseph, man.
Wherefore the name of this place is called Gilgal unto this day.
You give the definition of Gilgal, but you can see at least from the text it means rolling or removing.
That is a wheel or rolling.
I think that's what Callie said, a wheel. She wasn't sure though. Now sit back and look at that. Go to Matthew 28:1. He said, I rolled away the reproach of Egypt off of you with the second circumcision. Go ahead.
And then of the Shabbat, as it began to dawn toward the first day of the week, came Mary Magdalene and the other Mary to see the sepulchre. And behold, there was a great earthquake, for the Malachim of the Lord descended from Shamaim and came and rolled back the stone from the door.
He came and did what?
Rolled back the stone.
Oh, he came and Gilgal the stone, huh? And when he came up out of that, what does that mean he did? He done rolled away the reproach or the second circumcision. Go to Colossians 2:8.
Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after the Mashiach.
Yep.
For in him dwell all the fullness of the Elohim head bodily, and you are complete in him, which is the head of all principality and power. In whom also you are circumcised with the circumcision made without hands.
Without who?
Without hands.
Without who?
Without hands, and putting off the body of the sins of the flesh.
Ain't that what he said happened in Joshua? My God, today. So come on back to Galatians 5:1. I said something else, then I can't remember.
Says, stand fast therefore in the liberty wherewith Hamashiach had made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage.
Paul, so what is the yoke of bondage? Well, clearly we just read, he said, I roll back the reproach of Egypt or the reproach of the bondage off of you. So the bondage is not the law, the bondage is the sin and death. How do we know this? Because if the Son shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. Go ahead.
So behold, I, Paul, say unto you that if you be circumcised, Hamashiach shall profit you nothing.
Pause. Now, this is where people get all upset about. He said, if you be circumcised, I say, Hamashiach profit you nothing. So then the question would be, how do you answer that? What does he mean by that? Tell him what profit means. I still need to find that verse. Wait.
I take that like being circumcised so you would try to uphold the law more to be justified by the law.
Oh, phileo, that is to assist, to be useful or advantageous, to profit.
That was Stanley said. Somebody else got something? Or you gonna bow out? Anybody else? Ain't nobody got nothing. See, you better come up with something fast. Help them out. You gonna help them out, Sylvia? You gonna let them fall? T-Nut. It's all on you, like BG Volume 1 and 2, man. What you gonna do, Sylvia? Oh, yeah, we had to keep going to 1 Corinthians 10. That's what it was. Well, while y'all ponder on that, come on back to 1 Corinthians 10 to 25. Because I was talking to Zara about this before we left the house. Now, this is a part that get everybody up in arms, along with the circumcision. Hoist that burden. He say, man, carry that burden, Sippy. Sippy say, you lying to me. 1 Corinthians 10:25, man.
It said, whatsoever sows in the shambles.
Okay, y'all remember what the shambles is? The shambles is the meat market. You know what I'm talking about? So remember, he's writing to Corinthians, because we were talking about this here right now, and let's just be 100% honest with you. If you didn't slaughter the animal yourself, you don't know if it's been sacrificed to an idol or not. Now, some of y'all are not old enough to buy CDs. Do you know every CD you bought was offered to a god? Every single solitary one. Hell, probably every song you stream. Because it's already been stated them people take the masters and put them on the pentagram and pray for as many unclean spirits as possible to enter into these rites. You know what I'm saying? You know that these people done showed you when Chris Rock did a documentary about hair weed that they say that them people offer every single last one of them to an idol, so you would never know. You know what I'm talking about? Now, he's finna make a statement to them when you go to the meat market. If you go to the grocery store right now, I wouldn't give a damn if it was Fresh Fields, Publix, Winn-Dixie, or whoever. Man, you don't know where that animal came from. You don't know who slaughtered it, and you don't know what type of time they was on when they did. You know what I'm saying? I know some people won't go to the halal market. You know about the halal market? You got plenty of them there where you from. You know about that? You don't know about the halal market? You know about that? You know about that? That's the Muslims. And guess what? Every animal slaughtered at the halal market has been offered to Allah. Every single last one of them. Because they Muslims. Who else they say? Because they in Islam, it's the same way scripturally. You got to kill the animal a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? The only way you would know that an animal ain't been offered to another god, and that's borderline, you have to go to a kosher market. You got to go to the Jewish people. Because they ain't going to do it. At least they ain't supposed to. But the reality is, unless you grew that cow yourself and you slaughtered them yourself, you ain't going to know. That's why he say don't ask no question for conscience sake. Now, we're going to read something. The brother mentioned this verse last night, and it was an apropos of mentioning because it's along the lines. It ain't talking about food, but it's along those lines. Continue on, good sir.
Say, whatsoever is sold in the shambles, that eat, asking no question for conscience.
Oh, no, it's not. Oh, it's not hard for them to get their masters because they offer them because they put them play for spirits to come into them. It's hard for them to get their masters because it's intellectual property that it's more advantageous for the record label to have leverage over the artist than to give it to the artist. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why it's hard for them to get their masters. It's also hard for them to get their masters because you don't get what you want, you get what you negotiate for. So if you don't negotiate for your masters, then you ain't gonna get them. You know what I'm talking about? See, like how P and Baby had the sweetest record deal of all time, it's because that's what they negotiated for, and they were willing to walk away if they didn't get what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? Them boys got 85, 90. I think Cash Money got a 90-10 split and they masters. Nigga, that's unheard of. I think No Limit got an 85-15 split and they masters. Because the masters where you make your money at. You know what I'm saying? You own the masters, you dictate what happens with the music. You could license it, you could do whatever. That's why they didn't like Prince. That's why they didn't like Michael Jackson. Because not only did they own their masters, they owned a lot of other people's masters too. I forgot who that was. Yeah, they say, man, Eminem was selling out about Mariah Carey or somebody, and Michael Jackson went and bought all his masters, bought all his publishing. Yeah, something like that. Bought his masters. Nigga, I own you now. You sing for me now. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's how he did it. Yeah, he owned the Beatles' whole catalog. That's why he had to die. You know what I'm saying? Then you take into account it's certain people, artists that they say Mike bought their masters and gave it to him for free. Because that's where your leverage at. That's what they say Russell Wilson did for Sierra. Bought her masters and gave it to her. Because now you got control over you own your music now. So you decide what, look at man, which I know Monte know about that. It's not as big because y'all don't listen to the radio. You know, the artists make more money if they play it on the radio than they do if you stream it. Oh, they get way more money, man. Spins equal money. It's publishing money. You gotta pay over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Every time somebody record gets spin on the radio, that's way more money than they get for streaming. Way more. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot. Niggas can clock a couple $1 million a year if they saw him played on the radio enough. I like what Monte said back then, but you had to, Marvin just said it, you had to pay him though. But you don't get your money back. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how the game goes. You know what I'm saying? Different game. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, that's why they did that. But I say right now, you could go to Publix. You don't know where that ground beef came from. You don't know where that chicken came from. You don't know where that lamb came from. You know what I'm saying? They could put whatever they want to put on the package. But the reality is, you don't know who slaughtered it and what type of time he was on when he did it. But the only way you might could get around that is going to local butcher shops or, fresh field, stuff like that. And you still don't know. When you go to a restaurant, because see, these niggas be asking, what if they cook pork on the food? Nigga, why are you in the kitchen? I ain't worried about all that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't stepping in no restaurant worrying about if they gonna cook my steak or whatever on the same place they cook the pork at. I don't know they did it, so I ain't worried about it. Because once you find out, now you got to slide now. Because you know. I ain't going through all that, man. That's the same why I told you the niggas be stressing themselves out by reading labels on boxes. Is it pork in here? Nigga, just don't eat processed food. You never have to worry about it. I'm not finna live my life stressed out by reading some label on a goddamn box, but you live like a hellion and everything else. So what good was that? You should have just gone ahead and ate it. You worrying about the wrong thing. You think you justify, it's pork in these crackers. I ain't gonna eat that. But you spiteful though. And you're malicious and you're just downright mean and evil. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't eat no pork. It wasn't no gelatin in them gummies you ate. That's how niggas in the word move, man. They think they good. So 1 Corinthians 10 and 25, man. And I'm just telling you the argument they were having all day by this. I said it only came up because a dude say Paul is a liar. He's an idolater. He teaching you to commit idolatry. Dude say Paul don't know what he's talking about. That got some people up in arms. Well, I'd be like, shoot, why be up in arms? Nigga marking himself. Now you know how to deal with it. That's how I see it. Now he want to debate somebody I know, but bro ain't gonna debate him because he know this nigga just thirsty for attention. Because if it was really about the teaching, why you so pressed for a debate? You know what I'm saying? And then chasing niggas down for one. That's what hoes do. But what do I know? Go ahead, man.
Whatsoever sold in the shambles, that eat, asking no question for conscience sake. For the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof.
Now go back to Psalm 50, right? You can pick it up at verse 4. He said, the earth is Yahuwah's and the fullness thereof. I want you to hear what this man got to say about that. And I get the verse where he say the fullness thereof. Go ahead.
So he shall call to Shamahim from above, and to the Arats that he may judge his people. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
By sacrifice.
Shamahim shall declare his righteousness, for Elohim is judge himself, Selah. Hear, O my people, and I will speak, O Yasharal, and I will testify against you. I am Elohim, even your Elohim. I will not reprove you for your sacrifices or your burnt offerings to have been continually before me. I will take no bullock out of your house, nor he goats out of your fold.
Why?
For every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills
is mine.
I know all the fowls of the mountains and the wild beasts of the field are mine. If I were hungry, I would not tell you.
That's good. Now go to Psalms 24 and 1, what he referencing directly.
Say the earth is Yahuwah's and the fullness thereof. The world and they that dwell therein.
Tell them what fullness mean, man.
That is mellow. That's fullness. That which fills the handful, the mass, the multitude, the entire contents.
Everything in the earth is his. So it's not the idols. That's his point. 1 Corinthians 10 and 25 again. Go ahead.
Whatsoever is sold in the shambles, eat, asking no question for conscience sake. For the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. If any of them that believe not bid you to feast, and you be
if anybody that what?
That believe not.
If anybody that what?
Believe not.
That what?
Believe not.
Bid you
to a feast,
and you be
disposed to go.
What should happen?
Whatsoever is set before you, eat, asking no question.
Now he's made a qualification. If somebody who don't believe in the word bid you to a feast, he said, man, just eat what they put in front of you and don't ask no question for content. The same thing he told you to do in the shambles, he's telling you to do if somebody invite you to their house. Invite you to a feast or a dinner.
Yeah, dispose just means to have in mind, to intend to go.
So if you intend to go, you know what I'm saying? Now, some people look at that in regards to, oh, so that means if your people invite you to Thanksgiving, because what is a feast? Tell them what feast is right there. You know, feast don't necessarily mean what we try to equate it to now. Niggas have feasts every day.
That's not even there.
So if somebody's inviting you to eat, basically, because that's what some people say, man, so if they invite you to Thanksgiving, you could, let's just be honest with you, right? That's what niggas get the game twisted at, because I don't think niggas know what it means to sacrifice something to an idol. You going to somebody's house for dinner on Thanksgiving, that food has not been sacrificed to an idol because these people praying to whoever they praying to. To sacrifice an animal to an idol is to literally take it and kill it as an offering to that God. You know what I'm talking about? Not you frying it up in the skillet and putting it on the plate. That's not no sacrifice to no idol, man. That's not how that works. Like somebody's blood, it's the blood. Like these gods require blood. Not the blood that's already been shed and you browning the beef. No, that's not how that works. You know what I'm saying? Like these people really sacrifice to other gods, man. Hell, the Aztecs sacrificed people to their gods. Eat your heart. You knew about that? You know about what the Aztecs like to do? Kill a nigga and snatch his heart out and eat it. You knew about that? See, he knew about that. See, we can't know about that. He said, I don't know them crazy Mexicans. Yeah, they did. They ate the hearts, man. They felt like it was power in the blood. Man, look at man. The same way that the book say, the life is in the blood. Why you think they say them crazy white folks here in America who got power want to drink children's blood? They feel like they gonna get life force from the blood. I forget the term that they say that's in the blood that they want. Okay, they're talking about Jesus ain't the Son of God. Y'all Bible is fake. Who cares? I don't know why people feel the need to do that. I know why they do, because a lot of people want to argue with them. Say you seen Apocalypto a few times. Shoot, I ain't never seen that. I read it in the book with actual pictures of them eating hearts. Oh, you knew about that? Oh, that's what he just said. Yeah, there it is, adrenochrome. That's what they say. That's what they say Hillary Clinton them like to drink. Say help keep them young. Say they like to terrify little kids, then kill them and drink their blood. I'm just telling you what they say they do. I don't know if they do. I wasn't there. Yeah, that's what they think, but they really stay alive that long because Yahuwah keep them alive that long. They can drink all the blood they want to drink. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to die, it's time to die. That's what they said about Dick Cheney. He just died. They said he had 5 heart attacks. 5 heart attacks is a lie. Nigga, your heart is clogged. You know what I'm saying? You know what's a good way to get your heart unclogged? Go outside in the sun. Oh, I'm dead serious. I ain't being funny. Among other things, get you some magnesium. And a few other things. It'll unclog that hole. Get all that junk up out of there. But you can't be eating trash along with it or you're going to get clogged right back up. Yeah, that's what they said. That's what causes the heart. That cayenne pepper too. Well, cayenne pepper help with your relax your blood vessels. You know what I'm saying? But more so than anything, but that plaque build up, you got to take another route. But yeah, cayenne pepper help relax your blood vessels. Blood flow easier, bring your blood pressure down. Oh yeah, they do like to eat the placenta. That's wild. I remember that's why they say you want to keep this. Hell no. What I'm gonna do with it? No, I don't want to make it swinny. I ain't want to look at it. You want to take that home for what? That's blood, ho. Full of nutrients. It might be. There ain't no nutrients for me. I'm a human. You accountable, ho. I don't want that. Go ahead.
Say, but if any man say unto you, this is offered in sacrifice unto idols, eat not for his sake that showed it, and for conscience sake, for the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof.
Look what he said. But if somebody told you this was offered to an idol, he said what? Don't eat it. Go ahead, man.
Conscience, I say, not your own, but of the other. For why is my liberty judged of another man's conscience?
He said, but why my freedom judged by the weakness of this man's mind? Go ahead.
For if I by grace be a partaker, why am I evil spoken of for that which I give thanks? Whether therefore you eat or drink or whatsoever you do, do all to the esteem of Elohim.
Yes, sir.
Give none offense neither to the Yahudim, nor to the Gentiles, nor to the assembly.
Now that goes back to the point we mentioned about when he said, "In the earth is the fullness thereof." He know everything belongs to Yahuwah, and there is no God but Yahuwah. So I already know that. But that's gonna make my brother offend. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Hey, even as I please all in all things, not seeking my own profit, but the profit of many, that they may be saved.
This is an instance where I'm gonna put my people first. I know I can eat this beef Wellington. You know what I'm talking about? It don't matter. He told me he sacrificed this to Aurora Mazda. You know who that is? That's an Asian deity. That's where the name Mazda come from. Oh, you'll be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Some people do slide that stuff in anyway, because that junk is important to them. And I ain't saying that in a negative way. That's their culture. You know what I'm saying? I think if we was in a modernized time still in the land, it'd probably be, as a lot of brews are doing right now, probably dudes have a lot of businesses with Yahuwah name in it, or products with his name in it. You know what I'm saying? Or things of that nature, because it's representative of your culture. That's what they do it for the reality of it. Like yeah, or you can look at like what's like a Vizu. That's a Japanese deity. I think it's the deity of fortune, if my memory serves me correctly. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's their culture. So that's why they would do that. You know what I'm talking about? There might be other people who have products like that in other countries that, you know, Arabics probably got a lot of products like that, but you know, who goes to Arabia? Except to go, the only place niggas want to go in Arabia is Dubai. All these other modern cities in Arabia, and all you want to do is go to Dubai, so a rich Arab nigga can doodle on you. You know what I'm saying? They going over there and get boo-booed on. You could have stayed home and did that. You know what I'm talking about? Galatians 5:1, man. I guess they say Americans ain't paying enough money to get boo-booed on. Muffin there.
Say, stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Hamashiach hath made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage.
That's right.
Behold, I, Paul, say unto you that if you be circumcised, Hamashiach shall profit you nothing. For I testify again to every man that is circumcised that he is a debtor to do the whole law.
Now that's taking you back to what's in Leviticus 18, Leviticus 19, 1 or 2. Go ahead.
Say, Hamashiach has become of no effect unto you. Whosoever of you are justified by the law, you are.
That's his point that he's trying to. What is this getting to? The aspect about circumcision had nothing to do with not being circumcised. It's dealing with the contrast of being justified by the law versus being justified by faith. That's what the conversation is about. A lot of them believe that at that time believed that if you weren't circumcised, you couldn't be saved. And of course, they basing that off their understanding where it said if they weren't circumcised, they couldn't eat the Passover. You know what I'm talking about? Now, of course, this can't necessarily be Israelites per se, because most of them probably would have been circumcised. You know what I'm saying? He's really making the contrast, because we know that because Paul circumcised Timothy. But they thinking, but I could understand with their carnal mind that they thinking he preaching against circumcision. Indeed, Quran, go ahead. And what Quran said was they were supposed to be justified by faith.
Say, for we through the Ruach wait for the hope of righteousness by faith. For in the Yahushua Mashiach neither circumcision avail anything, nor uncircumcision, but faith which work by love.
And how do we know this? Because Abraham was justified by God and he was uncircumcised. When he said Abraham believed in Yahuwah and he counted to him for righteousness, Abraham was uncircumcised. You know what I'm saying? But he was justified with God through faith. So that's where he getting this from. Now, I mentioned that part about not eating that for conscience sake. Go to Genesis 20:1, man. Muffin, man. Run it.
And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the south country and dwelled between Kadesh and Shur and sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah his wife, she is my sister. And Abimelech king of Gerar sent and took Sarah. But Elohim came to Abimelech in a dream by
What he
night.
said to him?
Behold, you are but a dead man for the woman which you have taken, for she is a man's wife.
Whoa!
But if Amalek had not come near, and he said, Lord, why will you slay also a righteous nation? Said he not unto me, she is my sister, and she even herself said, he is my brother, and the integrity of my heart and innocency of my hands have I done this.
Tell him what integrity and innocency mean.
Integrity is tone.
He perfect with it.
Innocency is nikayon, innocency, free from guilt, free from punishment, cleanness of teeth.
Now, he didn't know. So was his conscience defiled? Look what you would do for him who did something where this is a man's wife. He could technically could have committed adultery. You know what I'm talking about? If he would have laid with her. Because it's going to tell you that Yahuwah kept him from laying with her. Go ahead.
Now Elohim said unto him in a dream, yea, I know that you did this in the integrity of your heart.
Pause. He said, I know you did this in the what?
Integrity of your heart.
Now, that's the same way that he would know if you sat down at that feast, you would have did that in the integrity of your heart. You know what I'm talking about? Because you wouldn't have known. You know what I'm talking about? Because guess what? I guarantee you, every single solitary adult in here at one point in their life has eaten an animal that was sacrificed to an idol. I guarantee it. And I say that, and you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Look here, man. If you done been to a Chinese restaurant, I guarantee you that you done ate an animal sacrificed to an idol. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you that. I ain't talking about because they cook dogs and cats. It depends. Now, I'm talking about a real Chinese restaurant because it's going to depend where they source their animals from. Because you know you don't win in there. Them niggas got Buddha statues and all type of stuff in that hole. You know what I'm talking about? So the likelihood that they source the animal from somebody who sacrificed that to another deity is very high. Because that's what they own. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Indeed, Joseph. Indeed. So you went by a nail shop and they had a shrine in the front window. So you backpedal so fast. I understand. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some people go, hey, that's an instance where that's an instance of what Paul talking about. If you walked up there and you seen they had that shrine, you already know that shrine is nothing. They gods is nothing. Everything they got going on is nothing. I came in here to get my nails done. But if there was a sister who walked past and you knew they was in the faith and they were weaker and they seen you in there, they might be like, well, damn, I guess it's okay to worship Buddha. That's the exact point of what he's talking about. Now, Panda Express might be different because Panda Express is a commercial Chinese restaurant. And I only say that because, no, I say that because it's a chain. No, because somebody just mentioned Panda. Regina just mentioned Panda Express. No, I say that because that's a chain. I ain't talking about no chain. I'm talking about the one with Ying Wang Fu in them in there. You know what I'm talking about? No, who I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm talking about the real ones. You know what I'm saying? The one where you know you're going to get your chicken wings fried hard. You know what I'm saying? Panda Express ain't got no wings for you.
I'm like, we just put that.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't got none of that in there for you. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about a real Chinese restaurant, man. I'm talking about when you walk in there and it feels like it's dirty in here. You know what I'm talking about? Like, what's that one on University? I ain't been in there in years, boy, because you couldn't pay me to go in that hole. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Ying's, nigga. Nigga, you gonna die, you go to Ying's, nigga. But we used to go to Ying's all the time in the 80s, nigga. You know what I'm saying? All the time in the 80s and the 90s. Go to A-Road. No, I ain't going to them. I just took Jimmy around the other day. He said, man, I don't like coming over here, man. That rice trash. Because Jimmy like to eat rice. He's a rice connoisseur. You know what I'm telling you? They say a large portion of the world's lamb meat come from New Zealand and that they kill it all halal so they can sell it with that label or not. When they got their son on the register and the daughter waiting table. I'm trying to tell you. And it's even different if you go up north to a Chinese restaurant. You can bet your black behind that's been offered to an idol. That nigga might have sacrificed them chickens and dogs in the backyard. Brought them right in there too. Now, I ain't saying that because niggas like to eat Panda. I said that because Panda is a chain. When you're dealing with something that's a chain, that's corporate. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas probably sourcing that chicken straight from Tyson. You know what I'm talking about? For real, though. You laughing. I'm dead serious. They might be sourcing that from Tyson, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's industrial chickens and all that type of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't even really got nothing in there to make you believe it's Chinese. Though, ironically, it's always Chinese niggas working in that hold on. Shoot, I don't know. That one in Normandy had plenty of niggas in it, though. They got plenty of niggas in there. And that one over here in River City be having niggas in it. It be a little white churn over there in Oakland. But they always got one Asian. They got to keep it authentic. We need one Chinese nigga in here. So you can think it's real Chinese food. You know what I'm saying? It ain't real Chinese food if there ain't no wings in there fried hard. That ain't real Chinese food. That's why I say panda not real Chinese food. That's corporate. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting no doggone real Chinese people. They got every fried rice. Pork fried rice, shrimp fried rice. You know what I'm talking about? Fried rice, vegetable rice, beef rice. Panda Express ain't got none of that. Like you go to a real Chinese restaurant, you have to tell them no pork fried rice. Because that's what they gonna get you. You gotta tell it just like that so they understand. You gotta let them know because they gonna give you pork.
Yeah, they assume that's what everybody wants.
They assume that's what everybody wants. You got to no pork fried rice. None. They all go in there anyway. I ain't got to worry about that. I'm gonna get the white people Chinese food, man. I'm gonna go to Panda Express. I'm not going in there with them niggas, man. But they gonna get his Red Bowl, nigga. That's about it. No, I'm dead serious though. You got a real Chinese restaurant, man. You got to tell them, boy, I don't want no pork fried rice, man, or shrimp fried rice, because they gonna give you one or the other. Gotta tell them no. You know what I'm saying? Or your conscience gonna be defied when you in there chewing on that shrimp, boy. He said that's the problem with Chinese food. You may be eating curry cat, deep fried dog. You know what I'm saying? You know the crazy part is Chinese people really don't eat dog. No, Koreans the ones who eat dog. I'm dead serious. I ain't being funny, man. Look into it. Chinese get the bad rap for it, but Koreans really in Korea are known for actually eating dog. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, different place in the world, man, different delicacies. You know what I'm saying? Just like you go overseas, they think we stink. You go because I'm talking about all the fragrances in your lotion, the fragrances in deodorant, the fragrance in your washing powder, the fragrance in your cologne. They think all them smells you stink. They think body odor. Yeah, you should smell like a blooming onion. They think it's something wrong with you. Them niggas, boy, them Europeans first came over here, man, and moved to Mayfield. I'm like, boy, these niggas stink. You know what I'm talking about? Just a bloom of musk through the whole apartment. Or them Indian niggas be good and stink. And you want to sell me some food. I don't want that curry, nigga. That's musk. That's not curry. It's stinking here. You know what I'm talking about? They don't care though.
Imagine the whole floor of IT in one section.
I get another job. Cause I'm gonna come in there. I ain't gonna lie. That'll be the 1 year I celebrate Christmas, right? Cause I'm gonna come in there with a whole bag of deodorant and soap and drop it on them niggas. Merry Christmas, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I got a gift for you, a gift for you. Nigga be like, man, you celebrating Christmas? You smell these niggas? You know what I'm talking about? This is the only time I can get away with giving them this gift and ain't nobody gonna be mad. Think I'm dressing up like Santa to drop that junk off to them funky behind niggas, man. Niggas think as hell. I couldn't deal with that, boy. I promise you. Golly. See if you had to deal with that when you were working in the prison, niggas come to work funky. But if you in jail and you stink, boy, nigga might stab you, boy. I'm dead serious too. See if you know I ain't lying. Okay. Don't bathe, be musty, any of that, man. I done seen niggas get thrown in the shower. Nigga done pop, pop. Well, you gotta go bathe, boy. No, you can't share no 2-man cell with nobody and be stank. That nigga ain't gonna wait till you sleep. That nigga gonna stab you.
So I'd rather go to the hole.
Nigga say, boy, I'm going to the box. See, they call it the hole up there. Down here, the nigga say you in the box. Nigga say, I'm going to confinement before I sleep in here with this funky behind nigga, man. Well, you got nigga go to jail, don't bathe. And not because they scared a nigga gonna rape them. Nigga just nasty. Yeah, that's crazy. I told you I seen a dude talking about he went to jail, talking about he sit down at the house to pee, talking about he did that in jail. I said, that nigga lying. I did 4.5 years. I ain't never seen nobody sit down and pee. Talk about that. That's rude to your cellmate to do that. I ain't never seen it. Nigga see a grown man sit down and pee while I'm in there, get me up out of here with this nigga. This nigga's gay. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't never seen that. Never. That's great. He said make them wash behind their ears and everything. Oh Lord. You wash behind, you better teach your children wash behind their ears. Them ears be stank. You wash behind your ears? No, you don't. Stick your finger behind there and smell it right now. You gonna do it. Go ahead, man. She gonna do it too. Where we at with it, man?
Genesis 20.
Yeah, go ahead. Genesis 20 and what? But no, all jokes aside, what Mika mentioned, that's a real life situation like that. Because I'm not saying she wrong for not going in there. You know what I'm saying? Some people in the world will walk in there and not care. Because they already know that junk don't mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? But like he said, if getting your nails would make your sister to offend, then hey, then I won't get my nails done. Because I already know this means nothing. That ain't nothing but a plastic statue of nothing. Paul, get Psalms 115 and 1. This is why Paul says it's nothing. Then we'll finish Genesis 20. Some people make some, and I can see why. Okay, and then after that, 2 Kings 5 and 17 after Genesis 20. But go ahead.
Say not unto us, O Yahuwah, not unto us, but unto your name give esteem for your mercy and for your truth's sake.
That's right.
Wherefore should the heathen say, where is now their Elohim?
Oh.
But our Elohim is in Shamaim.
As he does.
Whatsoever he hath pleased.
What else?
Their idols are silver and gold,
and
the work of men's hands.
And
they have mouths, but they speak not.
And
eyes have they, but they see not.
And
they have ears, but they hear not.
And
noses have they, but they smell not. They have hands, but they handle not. Feet have they, but they walk not. Neither speak they through their throat. They that make them are like unto them. So is everyone that trusts in them.
That mean they nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is why Paul keeps saying that they're nothing. Because they're nothing. We know that they're nothing. So I'm not moved by that. But somebody who's not strong in the word may be moved by that. So you have to take them into consideration, is what he's telling you. Go ahead back to Genesis 1. After that, 2 Kings 5, and you can pick it up at 14. Ooh, go ahead and put that up, baby. Go ahead and put it up. Go ahead and put it up. Just go ahead and close it up. Go ahead and close it up. Don't look back. Don't look back. Just go and close it up. Because you ain't keeping no notes. You don't even know how to write for real.
We verse 6.
Go ahead. Genesis 20 and 6.
Saying Elohim said unto him in a dream, yea, I know that you did this in the integrity of your heart, for I also withheld you from sinning against me. Therefore suffered I you not to touch her. Now therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for you, and you shall live. And if you restore her not, know that you shall surely die.
Now they told him that was their sister, but he didn't ask them. You know what I'm saying? And he did this in good faith. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know. You know what I'm talking about? You will say, hey, that ain't no sin against me because you didn't know. You didn't know that was a man's wife. Now go to 2 Kings 5 and 14.
Then went he down and dipped himself 7 times in Jordan, according to the saying of the man of Elohim, and his flesh came again like unto the flesh of a little child, and he was clean. And he returned to the man of Elohim, and he and all his company, and came and stood before him. And he said, behold, now I know that there is no Elohim in all the Arats, but in Yasharal. And therefore I pray you, take a blessing of your servant. But he said, as Yahuwah lives, before whom I stand, I will receive none. And he urged him to take it, but he refused.
He refused.
And Naaman said, shall there not then, I pray you, be given to your servant?
Yeah, I gave this verse to them when we first had this conversation. Go ahead.
2 mules burden of Arats, for your servant will henceforth offer neither burnt offering nor sacrifice unto other gods, but unto Yahuwah.
And this thing,
Yahuwah pardon your servant.
When my master
going to the house of Ramon to worship,
and he leaned on my hand,
and I bowed myself in the house of Ramon.
When I bow down myself
in the house of Ramon,
Yahuwah pardoned
your servant in this thing.
He said unto him,
go in shalom. So he departed from him a little way.
That means Yahuwah stamped that request. You understand? I gave him that when we first had this conversation. I say, what y'all take on this? Because this man say, when I got to go in this temple with my master, because I'm disposed to go, I got to go. I'm not sacrificing to any other God but Yahuwah, even though they are. Is he a sinner? Is he wrong? This is what he derived. This is why I tell you, you have to know the totality of the whole word. You can see where he's pulling some of this stuff from. You know what I'm talking about? We finished in Galatians 5? I think we are. You can come back to 2 Kings 2. Now, all that was spinning from talking about Gilgal. Gilgal obviously dealing with the rolling away of sin. Now, this is where Elijah went with Elisha from Gilgal. They're leaving Gilgal. We're in verse 2 of 2 Kings chapter 2. And it says, and Elijah said to who?
Elisha, tarry here, I pray you, for Yahuwah have sent me to Bethel.
Son, and where?
To Bethel.
Now, y'all know what Bethel is, right? They don't know what that is, see? Help them out. Indeed, let's go to Genesis 28 and 15.
I think that was the place where Jacob had that vision.
Yeah, this is the house of God. Let's see why he called it that. Let's see, that's why the first place where they worship at. That's in Luz, or was Luz, in Ephraim, in the north. Go ahead, Genesis 28 and 15.
And behold, I am with you, and will keep you in all places where you go, and will bring you again to this land, for I will not leave you until I have done that which I have spoken to you of. Jacob awaked out of his sleep, and he said, surely Yahuwah is in this place, and I knew it not. He was afraid and said, how dreadful is this place? This is none other but the house of Elohim, and this is the gate of Shammahim. And Jacob rose up early in the morning.
What'd he do?
Took the stone that he put for his pillows and set it up for a pillar.
Set it up for who?
For a pillar.
What'd he do after that?
Poured oil upon the top of it.
What does he do after that?
He called the name of that place Bethel, but the name of the city was called Luz at the first.
Called that place the house of God, because that's where he saw God at. So that's where they headed to. 2 Kings chapter 2. That's just for you to know where that place is at and why it's important. 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 2.
And Elijah said unto Elisha, tarry here, I pray you, for Yahuwah hath sent me to Bethel. And Elisha said unto him, as Yahuwah live and as your soul live, I will not leave you. So they went down to Bethel. And the sons of the prophets that were at Bethel came.
Now notice that Elisha and Elijah are going to the house of God. This is where Elijah gets taken from. Go ahead.
The sons of the prophets that were at Bethel came forth to Elisha and said unto him,
know you?
That Yahuwah will take away your master from your head today.
He said, yeah, I know it.
So hold your shalom.
Elijah said unto him,
Elisha, tarry here, I pray you, for Yahuwah hath sent me to Jericho. And he said, as Yahuwah live and as your soul live, I will not leave you. So they came to Jericho.
And the sons?
And the prophets that were at Jericho came to Elisha and said unto him,
what they said?
Know you that Yahuwah will take away your master from your head today? And he answered, yea, I know it. Hold you your shalom.
And Elijah said
unto him, tarry here, I pray you, for Yahuwah hath sent me to Jordan. And he said, as Yahuwah live and as your soul live, I will not leave you. And they too went on.
And 50 men
of the sons of the prophets went and stood to view afar off, and two stood by Jordan.
And Elijah
took his mantle and wrapped it together and smote the waters.
And they were what?
Divided here and there, so that they too went over on dry ground.
It came to pass
when they were going over that Elijah said unto Elisha,
ask
what I shall do for you
before
I be taken away from you.
Elisha said,
I pray you,
let me get a what?
Double portion of your ruach be upon me.
He said,
you have asked a hard thing.
If you see me,
when I am taken from you,
it shall be
so unto you.
But if not,
it shall not be so.
And it came to pass,
as they still went on and talked, that behold, a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into Shammahim.
Now this is something we done went over before. The first time us dealing with 2 Kings chapter 2 was on the Jesus for True Freedom channel. I can remember when this came to my mind to show y'all what we finna look at. This was in 2013. Walking to the gym. You know what I'm talking about? So now he said, if you see me when I'm gone. So I want you to go to John 6 and 62. After that, Isaiah 14 and 12.
What? And if you shall see the Son of Man ascend up where he was before.
What? And if you shall see the Son of Man ascend up where he was before. Before you go to Isaiah, man, go on to John 16 and 7.
Nevertheless, I tell you the truth, it is expedient for you that I go away.
It's expedient for you that I what?
That I go away.
Because if I don't,
the Comforter will not come unto you, but if I depart, I will send him unto you.
The Comforter won't come to you unless I what?
I depart, I will send him unto you.
Ain't that what he just told Elisha? Now let's take a trip to Isaiah 14 and 12. Hold on. Before you do that, man, go on to Psalm 68, man. Verse 14, man. Hey, little Dwight. Psalm 68 and 14.
When the Almighty scattered kings in it, it was white as snow and salmon. The hill of Elohim is as the hill of Bashan, a high hill as the hill of Bashan. Why leap you, you high hills? This is the hill which Elohim desired to dwell in. yet Yahuwah will dwell in it forever.
Mm-hmm.
The chariots of Elohim are 20,000, even thousands of Malachim.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord is among them as in Sinai and the Kadash. You have ascended on high.
You have what?
Led captivity captive.
And you have what?
Received gifts for men.
Even
the rebellious also.
That Yahuwah.
Elohim might dwell among them.
What else?
Baruch be the Lord who daily load us with benefits. Even the Elohim of our salvation. Selah. Our Elohim is the Elohim of salvation.
He has delivered us.
And unto Elohim belong the issues from death.
That's deliverance from death. So listen, we rendered that because he said he is ascended on high, taking captivity captive, received gifts unto men. Isaiah 14 and 12. Shoot, you can make it 9. Yeah, Acts 1 is the conclusion of the matter.
Hell from beneath is moved for you to meet you at your coming.
That's
It
right.
stirred up the dead for you, even all the chief ones of the Arats.
Mm-hmm.
It have raised up from the thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto you, are you also become weak as we? Are you become like unto us? Your pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of your vials. The worm is spread under you, and the worms cover you.
Mm-hmm.
How are you fallen from Shamaim, O Lucifer,
Lucifer,
son of the morning? How are you cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nation?
What else?
You have said in your heart, I will ascend into Shamaim.
You'll ascend where?
To Shamaim.
You'll ascend where?
To Shamaim.
For what?
I will exalt my throne above the stars of Elohim.
I'll exalt my throne above the Malachim.
I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation.
I'll sit in the throne of David.
And the sides of the north. I will ascend
in
above
Jerusalem.
I will sit above the heights of the clouds.
I will ascend above the what?
Heights of the clouds.
Didn't we just talk about this man coming on the cloud? Didn't he just say that he would ascend back? And if he don't ascend back, then the comforter can't come? He said he'll ascend above where?
The heights of the clouds.
For what cause?
I will be like the Most High.
Now you take all these things into account and go to Acts 1 and 5. Because he told Elisha he had to sin. He had to sin. If he saw him, he'd get a double portion of his spirit. If he didn't see him, he wouldn't get it. Go ahead.
For John truly baptized with water, but you shall be baptized with the Ruach HaKodesh.
Not many days from.
Hence, when they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, will you
this time
restore again the kingdom to Yasharal?
What the Lord told.
It is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Abba hath put in his own power.
What they need to do
But
to
you
you.
shall receive power after that the Ruach HaKodesh has come upon you.
Mm-hmm.
You shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in all Judea,
Go ahead.
Samaria, and unto the uttermost parts of the Arats.
Go ahead.
When he had spoken these things while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight.
Now we're going to go back. That's the same thing you seen in 2 Kings. Go ahead.
And while they looked steadfastly toward Shamaim as he went up, behold, 2 men stood by them in white apparel, which also said, you men of Galilee, why stand you gazing up in Shamaim? This same Yahushua which is taken up from you in the Shamaim shall so come in like manner as you have seen him go into Shamaim.
Indeed. Go back to 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 11.
And it came to pass as they still went on and talked that, behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire and parted them both asunder. And Elijah went up by whirlwind in the Shamaim.
Elisha
Saw and he cried, my father, the chariot of Yasharal, the horsemen thereof.
and he saw him no more.
And he took hold of his own clothes and rent them in 2 pieces.
Then he took up also the what?
Mantle of Elijah that fell from him. And
What is a mantle? See if you remember. What is a mantle? That's a linen garment. Read him the definition.
That is Adaret, that's a steam or cloak.
He put
Or
on
you got garment, a mantle, a robe, a cloak made of fur or fine material, a prophet's garment.
That's akin to putting on the Ruach HaKodesh. He put on, you know why you want to see that? Romans 13 and 14.
They will put you on the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof.
Put you on who?
The Lord Yahushua HaMashiach.
Well, so what did Elisha just do? He put on who? Come on back to 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 14.
And he took the mantle of Elijah that fell from him and smote the waters and said, where is Yahuwah Elohim of Elijah? And when he had also smitten the waters, they parted here and there, and Elisha went over.
And when the what?
The sons of the prophets which were of you at Jericho.
What did they say?
It said the Ruach of Elijah do rest on Elisha, and they came to meet him and bowed themselves to the ground before him.
And the Ruach of Yahushua do rest on whoever believe on him, as the scripture have said. And they said unto him,
Behold, now there be with your servants 50 strong men.
let them go.
We pray you,
and seek Yahuwah,
master,
lest peradventure
the Ruach of Yahuwah have taken him up and cast him upon some mountain or to some valley, and he said, you shall not sin.
And when they urged him
till he was ashamed, he said, sin. They sent therefore 50 men, and they sought 3 days, but found him not.
And when they came again
to him, for he tarried at Jericho, he said unto them, did I not say unto you, go not?
And the men of the city
he said unto Elisha, behold, I pray you, the situation of this city is pleasant, as my Lord see, but the water is nothing.
And the ground
barren.
He said,
bring me a new cruse,
and put what?
Salt therein.
And they brought it to him.
And he went forth unto the spring of the waters, and cast the salt in there, and said, thus saith Yahuwah, I have healed these waters. There shall not be from thence any more death or barren land.
Pause and go to Ezekiel 47 and verse 1.
Afterward, he brought me again unto the door of the house, and behold, waters issued out from under the threshold of the house eastward. For the forefront of the house stood toward the east, and the waters came down from under from the right side of the house, at the south side of the altar. Then brought he me out of the way of the gate northward, and led me about the way without the utter gate by the way that looked eastward, and behold, there ran out waters on the right side. And when the man that had the line in his hand went forth eastward, he measured 1,000 cubits, and he brought me through the waters. The waters were to the ankles. And he measured 1,000 and brought me through the waters were to the knees. Again he measured 1,000 and brought me through the waters were to the loins. Afterward he measured 1,000, and there was a river that I could not pass over, for the waters were risen waters to swim in, a river that could not be passed over. And he said unto me,
Cicero.
Son of man, have you seen this? Then he brought me and caused me to return to the brink of the river. Now when I had returned, behold, at the bank of the river were very many trees, on the one side and on the other. Then said he unto me, these waters issue out toward the east country, and go down into the desert, and go into the sea, which being brought forth into the sea, the water shall be healed.
The water shall be what?
Shall be healed.
That's the last verse. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that everything that live, which move, wheresoever the river shall come, shall live. There shall be a very great multitude of fish, because these waters shall come there, and they shall be healed, and everything shall live where the river come. It shall come to pass that the fishers shall stand upon it, from En-Gedi even unto Eneglim. They shall be a place to spread forth nets. Their fish shall be according to their kinds, as the fish of the great sea.
It is
Exceeding many. But the miry places thereof and the marshes thereof shall not be healed. They shall be given to salt.
Given to who?
Given to salt.
Oh.
And by the river upon the bank thereof, on this side and on that side, shall grow all trees for meat, whose leaves shall not fade. Neither shall the fruit thereof be consumed. It shall bring forth new fruit according to his months, because their waters they issued out of the sanctuary. And the fruit thereof shall be for meat, and the leaf thereof for medicine.
Now, of course, this is referring to the tree of life. But you remember what the Lord told you about salt, right? All sacrifices are seasoned with salt. Ain't that what he told you? What that is, man? Luke 14. Tell me what verse 33 say.
Okay, so likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsake not all that he have, he cannot be my disciple.
Can't be my disciple.
Salt is good.
Salt is what?
It's good.
But what?
Salt have lost its savor.
Lost its
Wherewith
savor.
shall it be seasoned?
It
is neither fit for the land, nor yet for the dunghill.
But it's what?
And men cast it out. He that have ears to hear, let him hear.
But he just told you that he took this salt, that he said he went forth to the spring of the waters and cast the salt in there. He said, I've healed these waters, that there'd be from thence any more death or barren land. Now, what can you ascertain from that? He said, now in verse 22, it says, so the waters were healed unto this day, according to the saying which Elisha spake. He said he put salt in the water, then it was healed. What you think that means, Sivy?
Salt for water.
Let me see something.
I got a
No, go ahead.
when it said, well, what stood out to me when it said, When he cast us all into the waters was healed. I was just looking at the waters being people and so it's like, you know, the apostles or the people that are preaching the word to save the people.
Mm-hmm. Now, the Hebrew word here is malak, right, Sivit? You got meme, lamad, and kat. Now, y'all tell me what y'all get out of that. Meme, lamad, and kat. Meme, lamad, and kat.
What's that the word for?
That's the word for salt, malak.
Does that have to be separated by the ruach of the messenger?
Civic say to be separated by the messenger spirit. Join it. Well, you can look at it in this regard. Clearly, you have the cot, so you have the separation. So you're either separated by the shepherd's teaching. You know what I'm saying? The teaching in that instance can encompass the meme also. You know what I'm saying? Or separated by the spirit of the shepherd's teaching, or separated by the faith in the shepherd, if you want to take it in that regard. Now, why is this important? Go to Mark chapter 1 and verse 14. Because in this instance, the waters would be the grave, the salt is a Mashiach, and you look at this in the instance of looking at baptism, that these waters are healed, so that there's no more death or barren or bringing forth no fruit. Why do we look at it as bringing forth no fruit? Read in Matthew 26 and 19. I mean, not Matthew, Isaiah 26 and 19.
So your dead men shall live together with my dead body. Shall they arise, awaken, seeing you that dwell in dust? For your dew is as the dew of earth, and your rat shall cast out the dead. Come, my people, enter you into my chambers. Shut your doors about you. Hide yourself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed.
Oh, that's good, man. So Mark 1 and 14.
Say now after that, John was put in prison. Yahushua came to Galilee, preaching the gospel of the Malkuth of Elohim, saying the time is fulfilled and the Malkuth of Elohim is at hand. Repent you and believe the gospel.
Now we ended that verse in Nahum where it said, you know, how beautiful are the feet of them that bring glad tidings. And O Yehuda, remember your solemn feasts and perform your vows. You know what I'm talking about? So when you look in this regard, he say, repent and believe the what?
The gospel.
Repent and believe the what?
The gospel.
And he that believe on him, as the scripture have said, what would you do? You would confess him with your tongue, and you would believe in your heart, and you would be saved. And of course, what would hinder me to be baptized? He say nothing. If you believe that Yahushua is the son of Elohim, therefore that very same water, that grave, that's without life, now you can live. It's not death to you no more. Or the key point is, it's not barren. He say, not thenceforth any more death or barren. Just read Romans 6 and 3 on the house. Muffin man. Romans 6 and 3.
Know you not that so many of us as were baptized in the Yahushua Mashiach were baptized into his death? Therefore we are buried with him by baptism into death, that like as the Mashiach was raised up from the dead by the esteem of the Abba, even so we also shall walk in newness of life.
That's it. Walk in newness of life. 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 23.
And he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city, and mocked him, and said unto him, Go up, you bald head, go up, you bald head. And
that's when the little children got ate up by them bears.
And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of Yahuwah.
Oh.
And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the woods, and tear 42 children of them. And he went from thence to Mount Carmel, and from thence he returned to Samaria.
That's good. You know, a lot of people don't like that passage there, make people upset. You know what I'm saying? How could he do that to the children? Children did it to themselves. Let's go to Zephaniah chapter 1. 2 Kings chapter 2 is off the books. Let's go to Zephaniah chapter 1. Zephaniah 1 and 1.
It say the word of Yahuwah, which came unto Zephaniah, the son of Cushai, the son of Gedaliah, the son of Amariah, the son of Hezekiah, in the days of Josiah, the son of Ammon, king of Yehuda.
I will utterly
consume all things from off the land.
Now this is going to take us back along the vein of what we were talking about in Nahum with the wrath of Yahuwah coming down. Go ahead. I will consume
man and beast.
I will consume
the fowls of Shamaim,
the fishes. Shalom, brother Ernest. The fishes of the
sea,
the stumbling blocks,
with the wicked,
and I will cut off man
from off the land. Save
I will also stretch out
my hand upon Yehuda and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
I will cut off
the remnant of Baal from this place in the name of the Chemarims with the priests.
And they that worship
the host of Shamaim upon the housetops, and then that worship and that swear by Yahuwah and that swear by Malcolm.
And we read that last night. They won't repent of their idolatries, from worshiping devils, from their murders, from their thefts, none of that. Go ahead.
And them that are turned back from Yahuwah, and those that have not sought Yahuwah nor inquired for him. Hold your shalom at the presence of Yahuwah.
I said a lot of people trying to undermine the sense of righteousness and accountability. They even and see, listen, those aren't young boys like young boys. You know what I'm saying? Go back to 2 Kings, man, to see, because see, when they see children, they thinking like, oh, these are children like Eli age or Muffin Man's age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, little is component. So that's small, insignificant, young, unimportant, and then children. That is Nahar. That is a boy, a lad, a servant, a youth.
So these could have been teenagers, or technically anyone under the age of 20. You know what I'm saying? Because of course you see from in the law, only people 20 and up got in. Because you got a law where it say, hey man, my son bucking me, he's a drunkard, and did that in the third, man. Shoot, they say go to stone him. Because of course that's a different type of deal. This not no young person. If he a drunkard, this man is grown. But you know, culturally, we don't live like that no more. You didn't leave your people's house necessarily until you got married. So you might have stayed there till you were 30, 40 years old. Then you left. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't like how we live now. You can't transport modern thinking on ancient living. It wasn't, no, I turned 19, I'm finna be on my own now. Now you stayed at your people's house. This man and woman for the most part. You know, of course, now if a man lived with his father in his father's house right now, he would be ridiculed. This nigga still live with his parents. You know what I'm saying? But in certain places in the world, it's still like that. It's still like that. Well, yeah, young people still stay and they don't leave their parents' house until they're married. I told you I had a home. She finally did get married, but shoot, her people told her that and she left. They told her you can stay here until you're married. But she wanted to be out here in the world. Now, thankfully for her, she found a nigga who loved her, but it took you damn near a decade plus and a lot of unnecessary life situations and circumstances and a child to get there. You see what I'm saying? So even still, my father, when he was always keeping my conscience sharp as a boy by holding me accountable, and my friends were like that too. That's what's happening. Listen, because I was just telling it earlier, right? Because they keep talking about this rapper nigga that what's the nigga name? Sean. I don't know the lady who sang. I don't know nothing about her music. I don't know this whole period. You know what I'm saying? Whoever this woman is, he's been dealing with. But we just say, oh, he been with her 10 years. He wasting her time. He ain't married her. And you know what I told her? Because I Googled the hoe. You know why I call her a hoe? I say she already was a wife. But she chose to be an adulteress. So she getting what she probably reaping what she sowed. Because she left her husband for this nigga. And then guess what? This hoe was already a baby mama. So he didn't make her something. She was already that. So you was a baby mama and an adulteress. I ain't know the nigga had a brother. You know what I'm talking about? But my point is, it's not even the fact you had a baby. You were already a wife. And you chose to be an adulteress. And you talking about somebody, wait, man, don't you think this nigga probably in the back of his mind why he like this hoe is a slut? You was right here fooling with me while your husband was at the house. But I mention that because in the United States of America, unfortunately, with our women specifically, they feel like no matter what decisions or choices they made in their life, that they should always be seen as a wife, and you not one. Because if you was, that nigga would have married you a long time ago. Because she was false. She said, I tell women don't mess with somebody for 2 years or more and not getting married. You think that nigga care? You would have think he cared if she left? No, you know why he wouldn't care? Because this nigga's rich. This nigga's rich. That nigga ain't never gonna get married. They got mad at Floyd Mayweather because he said, I ain't never getting married. If I had Floyd Mayweather money, I wouldn't get married either. Do you know some of the richest women in America? You know how they got money, right? Through who? Through divorce. Man, you think if I'm worth $2-3 billion, I'm finna marry any woman over here? Legally? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm talking about absolutely not. There's not a single. You can't tell me. If you lie, I don't want to hear that. If you trying to get me to marry you, you know this. I'm worth this kind of money. I know you don't like me for real. So I'm finna cut you off. You know what I'm saying? You pressing me for that, you getting the benefits of all this here, and you pressing me to be legally married to you. You don't like me for real. So I'm finna dip. Like straight like that, I'm gone. I don't care what nobody think about that. It's easy to think, no, it shouldn't be like that because we ain't got that kind of money. But I done seen too many instances of niggas who had that kind of money. That why would you do that? Why would you do that? I'm worth $300 million, and you. It's not even the woman. It's the society. The society. No. You're not finna walk away with 150 and have sex with a nigga in the house that I paid for. No. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? That don't even make no common sense. You say you got a friend that ain't married and still live at home with his parents. I would hope he is paid. He been staying home with his parents. But yeah, culturally, that's how it was, man. You stayed at your people's house. Like, we live in a different world, man. You know what I'm saying? We live in a different world. Living in America, man, with this generation, now I was telling Derek this here, right? I seen like the Jits was saying, oh, being in the streets is lame. Ain't nothing cool about being in the street, nigga. Niggas like, yeah, the street nigga aesthetic over with. I say, you know, you niggas lame, right? Because the dudes who really in the street, they're not doing that to be cool because they're criminals. You know what I'm saying? Y'all thought it would be cool to be criminals because the women like criminals. You know what I'm saying? The women like criminals. So you goofy niggas wanted to be criminals because you thought that would get you the women. These younger dudes are realizing, you know what? I'm not a criminal. And I'm not going to pretend to be a criminal. And I'm going to tell the rest of you lame, goofy dudes that ain't nothing cool about being a criminal when you know you're not a criminal. You know what I'm saying? And that's what dudes, look at, man. You can tell that most of our people ain't never been around criminals for real. Because if you've been around criminals, a criminal ain't going to make you think ain't nothing cool about being a criminal. Am I lying? They just being them. They're not trying to walk around and be like, I'm cool. You should like me because I'm a criminal. That's the only dudes who ain't criminals who do that. But you know, you can't tell some of these people that, man, because they only want to be criminals to get women. Just like we heard Smackwater say, he ain't tell no lie. And every man in here done seen this here, man. You have a woman, she meet a dude, he ain't about nothing, she gonna bust it wide open for him the first day. You not that type of dude. Oh, I ain't gonna give him none. I'm gonna make him wait. It's not the fact that she made you wait, it's the fact that you gonna do all this nasty stuff with all these people over here, and now you want to be a lady with me. Do you hate me? What's funny about that?
No, one time I got a friend who she don't like, she just be like, I don't like your husband. So I was like, well, I don't understand like why. She was like, well, when I was younger, like before I got married, I was old. So she was like, when I got married, like now, she was like, he got some on his birthday. I was like, what?
Oh, because she don't like him.
But she was like, he can get it whenever I give it to him. Not often. And I'm like, well, I don't understand. And she's like, girl, he getting his birthday. He doesn't even know. Because
she don't like him.
But, well, I guess.
And no guess. She just told you, I give him some. Listen. That's an easy thing right there. Once she said she used to be a whore. So that means she been out here getting bang-a-lane by all the dudes who she found desirable. Now she met him. She don't desire him, but he's safe, and he'll take care of her. Cause so all the freak, she probably ain't never did none of that butt freak nasty stuff she was doing before she met him. You know what I'm saying? Because you know why? Because he probably don't know that she was a whore. You know what I'm saying? No, he don't know. No.
Cause she was like when they was young, like she was like we was young, but she was like, I'm not doing that. In the middle of the night, I'm not doing that. And I was like, well,
Cause she don't like him.
Like on his birthday, he got something to do.
Cause she don't like him. Cause guess what? All them broke dudes who never did nothing for her, never took care of her, never took her nowhere, never cared about her life. She did any and everything. She could wake me up at 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, shoot 1 in the next week if you want to. She married that dude because she know he'll pay all the bills, and then once she feel like she comfortable enough, she gonna divorce him and leave him and take what she can. Cause she don't like it. Yeah, oh yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible. And he's stupid to go for it. Because I'd have been put out my house. She told me I couldn't be my. Hey, what people do with their spouse, that ain't none of your business. But this is the thing that I'm telling you. It's a lot of women like that. I don't know why y'all women walk around here and think just because a woman marry a dude, she like it. Women get married all the time to dudes they don't like. This is the thing. Men know it. Man, look here, man. Every one of us done seen a dude, you can tell, boy, that nigga old lady don't like him. You know what I'm saying? You hear a dude crying about his old lady don't give him no yams. She don't like it. I've been telling you this for years, man. There's not a single solitary woman on earth that's gonna hold out yams for a man she like. She ready all the time. You know what I'm saying? All he got to do is whistle wrong, breathe too heavy, let him walk past with a scent she like. She ready. You know what I'm talking about? Well, if she don't like you, and here come this nigga. You always touching me. It's always gonna be something, man. If you could, it was a clip of Ray J talking about that junk, man. I'm trying to tell you, boy, you not the one. Man, look here, that's pity vagina, boy. Well, you better leave. You better leave, boy. You better get out of there. Man, I'm be honest with you, Mika. You wouldn't know if you was friends with a woman who don't give her husband no yams if she ain't tell you. You know what I'm talking about? The difference with women is y'all probably tell each other. But yeah, you wouldn't even know. It's a lot of women don't give their husband no yams. They try to always blame it on him. What he ain't doing. He ain't doing this and he ain't doing that. You know what I'm talking about? No, you just ain't like that man. And dudes just deal with it. Got dudes talking about they ain't had sex with their wife in 10 years. I'd have been kicked out. You think I'm finna walk around here dry as the Sahara Desert for 10 years? And I got a wife? That's crazy. But you don't willfully go without yams and you got a wife, bro. You do that when you say, I'm focused. I ain't worrying about no women right now. I'm trying to get this bread. I'm trying to finish this here. I'm married and I'm sex deprived. Oh, no. Look, come on, man. At least with a prostitute, you pay her to leave. You paying her to stay and you still ain't getting no love. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know what I'm talking about? That's insane. I don't know how to do it, but this nigga married, he got to beat his meat, bro. You know, that's embarrassing. You know what I'm talking about? And you ain't doing it because you a pervert, because let's not get it twisted, because some of these niggas are perverts. Watching porn, touching on themselves, you know what I'm talking about? You got to do that because your wife don't want to give you none. I ain't going to lie to her. If that junk would have been like that, I look at it, but you ain't going to give me no yam. Well, don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. You know what I'm talking about? Don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Look here, man. It could be the lady at the job. It could be the prostitute on the blade, but you ain't got to worry about it. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't got to worry about it. I'm not going out like that. I can't go out like that. Can't go out like that. Bro, I done heard stories of men say they ain't had sex with their wife in years, bro. Years. And that's why I was saying that. I wasn't saying that to be funny what Mika was talking about, because I understand what she's saying, but there's a lot of dudes who in sexless marriages, and yeah, as a woman, you wouldn't know that unless she told you that. You know what I'm saying? They usually come out and kind of, yeah, I don't have sex. Oh, no. No, God. She don't like it. I know you don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? See, I mean the yams. I mean Mika, I'm be honest with you, so naive, baby, and I understand. You know what I'm talking about? I understand. You know what I'm saying? Man, there's so many women out here married dudes for what they can get from that man and not because they like it. You know what I'm saying? I understand. She said y'all laughing a little bit too hard about that. But I understand because Mika's idealistic. You know what I'm saying? But you know, marrying for real love, man, that's an American concept, man. That only happen on TV and in the movies. There's very few people like this here, man. That ain't no, man. She looked at that nigga and said, "That's the best I can get. Let me go ahead and saddle up. Let me go ahead and saddle up. I'm 34. These eggs is cooking. Let me go ahead and saddle up." You know what I'm talking about? He looking at this here. This is my best chance to get some in-house yams. I need me some sweet potatoes. Let me saddle up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that there's people who ain't married who like each other, but I don't think it's the majority. Not no more. It's different out here. Yeah, it's different out here. It's way different out here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, little booper. I'm talking about it's women that married dude. She don't like him, have 3-4 kids from him and everything. Once she feel like she good, she out here. What you say, dude? You talking in my classroom? Is you talking in my classroom? Is you talking? I didn't ask. Is you talking in my? Joanne, go bite her. Go bite her. Shoot. And Joanne gonna return fire. My baby ain't no hoe. She's a gangster. Well, you a lot of things, Doris. But you ain't no gangster. But she told me she wasn't on that. So which one is it?
Change your heart.
I changed her.
Man, you wasn't out there bumping. You say you ain't carried a razor blade or nothing. You ain't no real Brooklyn nigga. You ain't carried no razor blade. Talking about you was a gangster. Why you ain't carried a blade, Doris? You probably kept cutting your mouth. So I think because I know women who would rather remain unmarried to be with a man they don't really like. One of my best friends said, and I quote, "Everybody don't want to get married." You know why your best friend told you that? Because the nigga she don't want to marry. You know what I'm talking about? That's why she told you that. Everybody don't want to get, because you reminded her that the nigga she don't want her. You know what I'm saying? Some will. I mean, a lot of them, when they feel like, hey, it's fourth quarter, 0.8 seconds on the clock, they gonna take that heave. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, she probably told you that because it's about 3-4 niggas she want. They don't want her. So that's the defense mechanism. Everybody don't want to be married. Yeah, she do. You know what I'm saying? She do. It's okay though, baby. Somebody gonna marry you one day. You can be like Maya and marry yourself. I just seen a story of 2 women who were best friends. Both of them got divorced and they married each other. You've been a fool, Dr. Hope. I know what that is. Same cutting through. Nah, I mean, it's just reality, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I say that because dudes need to know that, man. You better make sure that woman down with you and you like her. You better, hey, man, she better be able to do X, Y, Z. Because if not, you're going to be like what she was talking about. You only get coochie on your birthday and holidays. Then on top of that, that's pity sex. Who want that? You don't want that. I ain't gonna lie. And that's the other thing, too, that a lot of men don't do. Because you'll sit there and stay miserable and instead of just leaving. Just leave that woman alone, man. Just leave. Just go ahead, get your divorce, man. Pay what you got to pay. Go on about your way, man. That woman don't like you like that. It is what it is. Because I'll be damned. Talking about on my birthday. Okay. I'm going to be like what Juvie said. You know what Juvie said? She don't know what Juvie said. Like a man. You know what I'm talking about? Then she going to be drove in. I ain't going to say the rest. If you don't know, you don't know. You don't know? Huh? Say what? Man, let me tell you something, man. You making excuses. Let me tell you something. Ain't no woman on earth got a low libido for a man she like. Ain't none. It's not possible. If that woman is physically attracted to that man, ain't no such thing as a low libido. Her libido is going to be whatever his is. And times 10. She going to be mad at him because he don't want to go. He going to be like what Jermaine Dupri told Janet Jackson, woman, I'm not a machine. That's what he said he told her. You know what I'm saying? That junk ain't real. She don't like him. You could tell how you said it. I could hear the disgust in her voice, and I ain't never met her before when you were telling the story. You can hear it. Oh, he better leave me alone. That's not low libido. That's disgust. Let me hurry up and finish because I ain't got no headlights. Come on, man. Go ahead. I ain't realized how dark it was outside until I had to ride to the gas station, boy. You know, when you ride, when you ain't got no headlights, when you got headlights, but you don't cut them on, they don't seem that dark. But when you ain't got the option, well, dark as hell. Boy, ain't no headlight.
I thought the headlight wasn't working.
No, they gone. Well, you ain't see the front of them?
I'm gonna look.
That's a daytime driver only.
Only because you're going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, man.
Oh, you heard that?
That ain't gonna work.
No, they got some really good flashlights. You just stick
You really trying to go to jail. Come on, man.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
It definitely do, Quran. Come on, let's finish Zephaniah 1 because it's not long.
In verse 4.
My fingers are long. My fingers are long.
So you get a wings up.
I don't need to be out shooting. I wasn't outside after dark. Anyway, go ahead.
We're in verse 4, Zephaniah.
Zephaniah 1 and what?
4.
Come on.
Say, I will also stretch out my hand upon Yehuda and upon all the inhabitants of Jerusalem. I will cut off the remnant of Baal from this place, and the name of the Chemarims from the priests.
And them
that worship the host of Shamahim upon the housetops, them that worship and swear by Yahuwah, and that swear by Malcolm,
and them
that are turned back from Yahuwah,
and those
that have not sought Yahuwah,
nor
inquired for him,
hold your shalom
at the presence of Yahuwah Elohim,
for the day of Yahuwah,
that hand,
for he hath prepared
the sacrifice,
and he hath bid
his guests.
is Isaiah 34 and 3.
Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountain shall be melted with their blood. All the hosts of Shamaim shall be dissolved, and Shamaim shall be rolled together as a scroll. All their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf fall off from the vine, as a falling from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in Shamaim. Behold, it shall come upon Adumeah, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of Yahuwah is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats. With the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahuwah have a sacrifice in Bozrah and a great slaughter in the land of Idumeah. And the unicorns shall come down from them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, their dust made fat with fatness.
Oh my.
For it is the day of Yahuwah's vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion.
For the controversy of Zion, baby. That's good, man. Jeremiah 46 and 7. Got somebody cut your eye? Got an eye cut?
That who is this that come up as a flood, whose waters are moved as the rivers? Egypt rise up like a flood, and his waters are moved like the rivers. And he saith, I will go up and will cover the Arats. I will destroy the city and the inhabitants thereof. Come up, you horses, and raise you chariots, and let the mighty men come forth, the Ethiopians and the Libyans that handle the shield, and the Lydians that handle and bend the bow. For this is the day of Yahuwah Elohim of hosts, a day of vengeance, that he may avenge him of his adversaries, and the sword shall devour and it shall be satiate and made drunk with their blood.
With their blood.
For Yahuwah Elohim of hosts have sacrificed in the north country by the river Euphrates.
What else?
Go up into Gilead and take balm, O virgin, the daughter of Egypt. In vain shall you use many medicines, for you shall not be cured.
You're not going to be cured.
The nations have heard of your shame. Your cry have filled the land, for the mighty man have stumbled against the mighty, and they are fallen both together.
They're good. Just seeing what he talking about, that sacrifice coming. Now, of course, you know about the sacrifice in Revelation, right? Go ahead and read it for them in case they don't know. 19 to 17. Benjamin.
And I saw Malachim standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of Shamaim, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great Elohim, that you may eat the flesh of kings and the flesh of captains and the flesh of mighty men, the flesh of horses and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. And I saw the beast and the kings of the Arats and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on a horse and against his army. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped the image. Though these both were cast alive into the lake of fire, burning with brimstone. And the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth.
That's good. So you see the sacrifice. Yahushua say he bidding and preparing the guests. The guests are the birds and the fowls of the air and the animals. Come eat flesh. The flesh of captains and kings, all wicked niggas of all types. Zephaniah 1 and 8.
And it shall come to pass in the day of Yahuwah's sacrifice that I will punish the princes and the king's children and all such as are clothed with strange apparel.
What y'all think that means with strange apparel? See, they try to tell you that means if you're wearing European clothing now instead of a Hebrew garment, you got on strange apparel.
I ain't got that ruach on.
You ain't got that ruach on. Remember what he told you in Matthew, brother, why you ain't got a wedding garment on? You got on strange apparel. Come on.
And the same day I will punish all those that leap on the threshold, which fill their master's houses with violence and deceit. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahuwah, there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. How, you inhabitants of Maktesh, where all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles, and punish the men that are settled on their less, that say in their heart, Yahuwah will not do good, neither will he do evil. Therefore their goods shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them. They shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. The great day of Yahuwah is near, it is near, and haste greatly, even the voice of the day of Yahuwah. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers.
You know about the alarm from number 10. No, there's no such thing, Mika, as an idolatrous garment per se. Go back to strange apparel, give it a definition.
Strange is just not creed as foreign, alien, or unknown, unfamiliar.
Go ahead.
And then apparel is just clothing, apparel, vestments, raiment, attire.
It's kind of like what you seen when Buddy grabbed that Babylonian garment when it was cursed when he was told not to grab it. So strange apparel, like they didn't have idolatrous garments in antiquity. You know what I'm talking about? It was just a garment. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no Dagon garment, if you would. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no ball garment. They that's a new stuff. Nah. It would just say the garments, the priestly garments for that God. You know what I'm saying? The Pope hat represents Dagon, which is the fish god. But the hat in and of itself isn't a strange apparel. You know what I'm saying? It's just the hat. You know what I'm saying? It really mean nothing. Because Dagon is nothing. By the same token, he ain't talking about just prince. He say punish the princes, the king's children, all such clothes with strange apparel. So even you looking at that, you know You say, soft closers for those who in king's houses. I mean, we talked about that before because you got everybody screaming they want a soft life. Never in the course of human history has the multitude of women ever lived a soft life of no culture. Right? That's not even a thing. You know what I'm talking about? Now, you can't go nowhere in human history. And I'm not talking about with black folks because of the subjugation of chattel slavery. I'm talking about throughout the entire course of human history, to every civilization, to every nationality and ethnicity of people who have ever walked the earth. Ain't been no overwhelming women who had no soft life. That's a fallacy. You know what I'm saying? That is a Western construct fallacy. Straight up and down. We didn't talk about that before. Like the advent of a housewife is a new thing. You know what I'm saying? That's not a worldwide phenomenon. That's not even something that's done in the rest of the world. That's really only a Western thing. That's the United States with the stay-at-home mom and things of that nature. And they call it a traditional wife, but traditionally, wives didn't stay at home and do nothing. You sit back and you look at it now. Okay, if you got women who want to be stay-at-home wives, they ain't even got no churn. So what the hell you staying in here for? What is you doing? And why is you stupid enough to let her stay there? Y'all ain't, I can see if you had kids. Y'all ain't even got no kids. What's she staying home for? Staying home to do what? Nah, she need to go get a job. That whole need to go to school. She need to get in some philanthropy. You know what I'm talking about? Go do some charity work. The hell you in here for? What is you doing? You know what I'm talking about? I'm dead serious. Like, what is you in here doing? Now, this is something that like women who was like really, really career driven do. Like once them kids go to school, she done with that. You know what I'm talking about? Because if she like, they ain't nobody here all day, I'm not gonna sit in this hole. Like if them children gone all day and she want to sit in there, she lazy. She don't want to do nothing. Because I'm talking about them, especially them rich white men. Well, them rich white men make sure them women finna go do something. You finna go out here and do some charity work or do something. You ain't finna sit here and eat up all my money and not do a goddamn thing. And think that I'm a real man for doing it. That crack like you got me all the way messed up. That's how I know a lot of niggas don't know white folk. Because many think white folk just let their wives just sit around and spend it. They don't. The only white men who do that is white men who got a woman who they know wouldn't mess with them under no circumstance. And they want this beautiful woman to stay here, so they'll eat her booty, pay all her bills. They'll do everything for her not to go. What you laughing for? Get out. Now, Mika hit something. It's something that's a new thing to be content creator. What'd you say? You're being immature. Who in here tickling you? What you got going on in here? Oh, it's time to go home. She tripping. No, I'm just saying, like this, man. Even before I was grown, I seen this and I observed that, man. I knew white people who they wives stayed home, and when them kids started going to school, that white woman went to go do something. But it was probably something that see, this is different. A lot of young women in this generation don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you have some women, boom, we had kids, and it really be more so her than the dude. I don't want nobody with my children for them first 3 to 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Or at least till they get in the kindergarten. Maybe first grade. Then after that, she was already stuff she was doing before she had them children. Now she finna go back to doing that. You know what I'm saying? You got women who scallywags, unintelligent, don't go to school, ain't learned nothing, ain't got no skills in life, and just feel like a nigga's supposed to take care of them. While she do nothing. Yeah, that's not cool. So you have to know the difference. You know what I'm saying? Because you got some women, nah, man, I was into doing this here. We got married, we had kids. I don't want nobody else with my kids. Or I want to breastfeed my kids. I want to stay home till they this age, and then I'm going to go. Because anybody know. Once them children go to school, and you talking about you working hard, you's a goddamn lie. You ain't working that goddamn hard. Them children ain't here. 8 hours a day. If your kids ain't in the house for 8 hours a day, you mean to tell me you couldn't get nothing done? You know how many women kids be gone 8 hours a day and they don't get nothing done? Then ask their husband to do their work and you've been here all day and the children ain't even been here? Why I'm stopping at the store? What you did all day? You were drinking wine, watching old episodes of Sally Jesse Raphael. That's what you were doing. Come on, man. It's different when they Joanne age and you got 3, 4 of them. You catching hell. Cause it's you talking about Deep just bought Joanne a t-shirt that said toddler energy. And some of y'all had toddlers all at the same time. Overlap. I know y'all needed some psych meds after that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because if you had to keep her all day, you're gonna need some psych med. Look at her. You think she cute, don't you? Yeah, she's gonna give you hell. Ain't that right, Joanne? See? You know what she be doing. You give your mama a hard time? Huh? You give your brother a hard time? You give your sister a hard time? She don't know how to try me because I ain't on none of that. Because I'm just going to ignore you. Jay say pray for her because she definitely got about 3 of them with the overlap. That's different. They're going to drive you crazy. It ain't even going to work. It just, they're going to drive you crazy. One toddler is bad enough. You talking about 3? Too tough. And Joanne and Jamal the same baby. You know what I'm talking about? I have the luxury to return them. Oh, we don't want to hear that because you take them back. That don't count. Because all you got to do is she talking about her nieces and nephews. You just have fun with them. That's what grandparents do. The grandparents don't care nothing about that. I can drop them off. That don't count. When you got to live with them, when they get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and look you in the face, want you to get up, why are you up like this? You don't got no job. I don't know what you laughing for. You just stopped getting up that early. Early in the morning. You ain't got no school. What you up at 6 o'clock for? On a Saturday. I didn't get up at 6 o'clock on a Saturday. We got up at 7 because we had cartoons to watch. You want to talk to somebody. Nobody want to talk to you. I'm trying to go to sleep. You want me to get up and do what? To look at you. You need to go in your room. You finna find out. Doris finna find out. And that baby get up and look at you like they said, nigga, why is you up? But I'm tired. That baby don't give a damn what you tired is. I want some juice and some oatmeal. At 6:15? Yeah. Man, guess what they gonna do with that juice and oatmeal? Don't eat none of it. They gonna drink the juice though. They gonna eat the oatmeal. What? You know how many times Joanne asked for a snack? All she want to do is eat fruit snacks and applesauce and cookies. You got no damn cookies for you. You like, ooh, I got it going, huh? Come on, Tim.
In verse 17.
Jay say McCall was in their room at 6:49 this morning. They be on D head. D ignore him. She just lay there. She be like, they'll find their daddy after a while. What? Oh no, you can know to shoot. Joanne them, they autonomous. They don't get up and slide. They don't get up and slide. Go ahead.
Saying, I'll bring distress upon men that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Yahuwah. Their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahuwah's wrath.
So, okay.
But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
All the sinners is getting out of here. We're going to stop right here, man. Hallelujah for Yahushua in the word, because that's a continuation of what was in Nahum. We ain't have to keep going over and over again on that. So give all the esteem and praise to Abba and Shami in the name of Yahushua. Bless y'all at the house of Yahushua. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. So we got Malachi 2, Genesis 6, Deuteronomy 25, Judges 13, Zechariah 4, Genesis 1, Job 22, Jeremiah 18, 2 Samuel 13, Judges and Numbers chapter 1, Isaiah 50, 1 Kings 5, Lamentations 5, Obadiah, Psalms 39. Amen, brothers, man. Shalom, man. Ruth chapter 3 and Nehemiah chapter 2. So that's what we got. Shalom, Sister Virginia. Amen. That's what we got on deck. Amen. Love you too, bro. Be safe, man. Lord willing, we'll come back Wednesday and pick it up. You a group? Nah, I don't know if you picked the book. But yeah, you can mention one. Hey, Abigail. So again, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. You who are willing. Shalom, me, Jay. To the next time. Hey, Muffy, you there? You gotta have a chapter. Get down, Joanne, please. Be your cousin hug. What's up, man? You all right? All right. All right, y'all.